NC State Counseling Center is one of the greatest resources we have here on campus.
Counseling Center is a space that's designed to help people figure out those things that aren't going to be learned inside the classroom setting.
I think graduate students often don't know what to anticipate when they arrive, and they think it's just going to be a continuation of their undergraduate experience, and then when it's quite different, I think sometimes that can lead to more adjustment challenges, and some underlying mental health challenges may be exacerbated.
Almost every graduate student comes here very excited about being admitted in the graduate program, very enthusiastic about the outcome of the program that they are enrolling in. A lot of them have no idea what it takes to get there.
There isn't as much downtime for a graduate student. The time is more scheduled and there's more expected. So there's not that built-in self-care time throughout the day where you can run to the gym or have lunch with a friend. You really have to carve that out more.
We do have different categories of graduate students. There are some graduate students who come right after undergrad, they come straight to grad school. We have others who work for some years before they come and start school, so they come here and they have to remind themselves they are students again and reintroduce themselves to the student mode. We have graduate students who have families here with them. Some, like the international students, some have families back home, so you can imagine being a student here and your family is away. We have some students whose spouses are also students, so you see.
The NC State Counseling Center is a large counseling center service here on campus of NC State. We offer individual, group, couples, career counseling for enrolled students.
Mental health is part of your health. And I believe that just like we talk about physical health, we also talk about the spiritual health, psychological, mental health. You cannot eliminate one piece of you and deal with another piece.
Our overarching program is called Stop the Stigma here at NC State, and so we focus on decreasing the barriers to help seeking, that being addressing cultural issues that might be a barrier, addressing some of the myths that students have about counseling. We really focus about the fact that it's a medical model. It's the same thing as if you have a cold or you're going to get your flu shots, that it's just part of having a general self-care and wellness. So I think speaking from wellness terms and self-care terms, and also connecting it with the value of improving your academic performance.
I grew up being told, if you have a mental health problem, or not just mental health problem, any kind of problem, talk to your uncle, talk to your grandmother, talk to your mom, keep it within the family. But then when you come to a community like this, when it's completely different, you're away from your family members, sometimes away from your friends, but having a place where there are professionals who are willing to process with you whatever you are going through is such a beautiful thing to take advantage of.
Many students who eventually get into graduate school have learned how to kind of say, if there's a problem, I can solve it. But the graduate student problems that you have to face have a lot more uncertainty to it. And so in order to succeed as graduate students, graduate students really need to learn how to have a different relationship with uncertainty, to learn how to say, I don't have to love it, I just have to say it's okay. And maybe it's the start of an adventure.
So when it gets to the point where you feel like, I need help, it is okay to come and seek for that help. It's actually a sign of courage. And sometimes you have to be vulnerable enough to know that seeking help is actually not a sign of weakness.